Gone are the days when school ended for summer break, when you played outside with your friends and later in the evening played video games together in the same room, laughing so hard you could hardly catch your breath, or when electronics didn't cost $1,000 just for the latest iPhone. Little did we know, just like the present, we would change too. Our music preferences, taste and style, favorite foods, and even our hobbies, relationships, and sense of purpose would all be transformed simultaneously. But what happens to something that doesn't change? Something that impacts us so greatly, it withstands our own personal trials, tribulations, and through the test of time, something so small, almost insignificant, might actually mean the world to us. What gives us that grasp to the core of ourselves? What is the last thing that remains unchanged to give us a glimpse into the past? Art. The oldest discovered art created by humans dates back to over 73,000 years ago in what is now South Africa. For centuries, all across known cultures, illustration has been able to captivate us in a way that simple words cannot. As tall tales and urban legends continue to shift, a simple stroke of a paintbrush on a canvas sits frozen like a snapshot in time to carry a story hidden beneath every ounce of pigment. While fixation on art itself can long predate paintings like the Mona Lisa from year 1506, the portrait symbolizes a primitive part of ourselves that desires to preserve items that evoke such emotion generation after generation. Let's jump back to year 2012, right after I had finished the sixth grade, into the first few weeks of my own summer break. At this point, I didn't have a smartphone or my own computer, but it wasn't something I'd complain about. I had a love for creation, mostly drawing. I would draw every single day throughout many years, and it wasn't unusual for someone to spot a sketchbook seemingly glued to my side in any situation. That is, until I saved enough money and purchased an already used BlackBerry Playbook for $100. I found a new love for digital art that day, and soon it was the tablet that would stay at my side for years. After just a few weeks of owning the playbook, I searched online to find a new wallpaper to really give it the charm it needed. This would be the start of a passion, one so particular and intense it was borderline obsession, all for one simple image. For the next 12 years, day after day, I would come back to look at this piece and even form dreams around it. What makes this strange is that I didn't have a special interest in space, yet here I was scanning a completely fictional intergalactic artwork down to every last detail. Of course, the tablet I originally discovered it on no longer functions, but I made sure the image would be archived in a flash drive and later on stored in new cell phones in the coming years. I was in deep. I printed a copy for a physical photo album, painted my own digital copy, and even painted a physical version on the face of a small rock. It wasn't until recently that I wondered about the original creator. Upon dropping it in an image reverse searching website called TinEye, the oldest appearance seemed to be February 4th, 2010, linked to a DeviantArt page. Yeah, I know, trust me on this. But the name was known as I'll put it in the video. The link itself no longer works, so I attempted to paste it into the Wayback Machine and pray I get a hit. It was fruitless. It was then that I noticed in the defunct link that it might have actually been posted on the 28th of January 2010 and not in February. With this information, I went back to the Wayback Machine and found a snapshot of the website. But again, no luck. I decided to start out fresh, this time using Google's image search, where I came across this photo here. I was excited at this point because it meant that this was in fact a still frame from a video, which might end up being far more valuable. I found this still shot linked to a show on Amazon Prime called Space's Deepest Secrets, Season 3, Episode 4, Search for Alien Earths. I didn't want to bother watching a whole documentary, so I also found this shot linked to their Facebook page titled Science Channel, where I recorded this amazing clip that apparently used to simulate an experience on planet Kepler 186f.
If you could stand on the surface of Kepler 186f, the brightness of its star at high noon would appear as bright as our sun is about an hour before sunset on Earth.
What is unusual to note about this clip after careful inspection is in the very beginning. The two background planets seem to have a squished appearance, with a layer of stars grouped to the same layer as the closest planet. Another note is the common motion of the water against the shoreline. The foam of the water leaves a transparent ghost effect, which is commonly seen in older video software for animating images. And lastly, the angle of the shadows don't change with the rising sun. This is not speculation that the video is poor quality, or that this isn't the original, because the editing itself is far beyond my own abilities. It's simply an observation that may be worth considering when it comes to finding the real birthplace of this picture. In this search for the artist of this computer-generated image, I invite whoever is watching this video to help solve this mystery with me and find the artist unknown. More and more artists are becoming lost to time, while thieves take credit for work that never belonged to them. If you have any further information, feel free to engage in the comments below. Thank you to each and every one of my 53 subscribers for joining, and thank you, the viewer, for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please drop a like as it helps support the channel. This is your Artist Unknown, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.